By Fressko and the rationale that they had and the objectives, I thought this is fantastic. This is an example that we can share with everybody that it can be done, and that it can be done stylishly and low impact. So please tell us all about the rationale and what you've done. There's so many amazing elements.
Absolutely. Well, Made by Fressko, as you know, they're a reusable brand that they offer coffee cups, reusable coffee cups and water bottles. And they gave me the idea of saying, we just need to do something at Fashion Week and we don't know what that is, but can you come up with a concept? So I just couldn't help but wonder, let's do something to get that message out there about plastic and the pollution and the harm that it's having on our planet and wildlife and the ocean. 130 kilos is apparently the amount of plastic that each Australian consumes a year, and 12% of that is only recyclable. So the rest ends up in landfill or the ocean, which is a scary, scary thing.
So Fressko was founded 7 years ago, or maybe 8 years ago, 2014. Our philosophy being to be kind to Mother Earth, to others and to yourself. And the main goal, I guess, is to create sustainable, fashionable items that people will use every day, making small changes that will have big impacts in the future.
You know, I think it's awesome that you've actually put your philosophy into words, because I think too few organisations do that, so that it doesn't act as a guiding principle. But when you do it the way you've done it, then every decision you make about your organisation comes back to what are our guiding principles, what's important to us.
You need to have something to come back to as a reminder of what you're doing and why you're doing it.
And I thought it was a great opportunity to create an installation that really said that message about being the change and creating something that is beautiful as well.
Do you know, it's amazing. That is the perception of fashion as it's been. But in my experience now of the last 4 years of working on Fashion Week, all I do is I meet people from fashion world. There's obviously a lot of people who it's just about the looks, darling, but there's so many people now who care.
Yeah.
It's definitely changing.
It definitely
and that's why I think it's so important for displays and installations at an event like this to be that change, because it really helps to build the momentum.
So I have had the pleasure of interacting with obviously industry or production crew, and then guests, bloggers, fashion folk, and what's really landing is just the relationship to the need for a shift. I've been in the fashion industry a long time, so what appears as conscious common sense is now actually occurring, and the response to that has been overwhelmingly positive.
In the first year that I worked on Fashion Week, there was 1 million single-use plastic bottles here, and now, because you've donated so many, all the volunteers and crew are not using single-use plastic bottles, and that adds up. When there's so many volunteers and so many crew over a whole week, that adds up to thousands and thousands and thousands of bottles that aren't getting used, and beautiful, fashionable ones they'll keep as a keepsake.
Absolutely. It's been amazing to watch all the staff walk around with their bottles and know that they're a product that they can take away with them after this week and use ongoing. And they are branded with Fashion Week, so it's a great reminder of this whole week.
We can say to everybody, don't use single-use plastics. And I think most people are getting that message now. But what are we replacing it with?
Yes.
You know? So we've got to think long-term about, we don't want to end up with 100 different water bottles at home and junky cups. We want ones that are nice, that we like to use, that are high quality and carry with us all the time and enjoy the quality, not just, I picked up another one.
So everything you see here has been procured second-hand or recycled. So the plinths were bought on Facebook Marketplace.
Great.
The TVs and screens were obviously hired, which is a beautiful circular economy that's been going for years. The sign was, well, you can talk about the sign because you helped with the sign.
It's going to come back to Sydney Sustainability Centre, and it's going to be upcycled to become a tabletop of a worm farm coffee table.
I love that.
So its first life is as a sign at Fashion Week. Next life will be as a coffee table lid for a worm farm.
It's so good. I just love that.